Hello students, how are you? I hope you are all fine. Welcome to a new English lesson on Untitled Satellite channel. I hope you will like it and enjoy your time with us. In our lesson today, we are going to talk about nouns, countable nouns and uncountable nouns. أعزائي الطلبة، في درس اليوم سنتعرف إلى الأسماء المعدودة والأسماء الغير المعدودة. Mom and Sammy are in the kitchen. Mom wants to prepare lunch and she looks to see if she has everything she wants. Now, we are going to listen to the conversation between Mom and Sammy to answer this question. أعزائي الطلبة، سنستمع إلى حوار بين الأم وسامي لنجيب عن هذا السؤال. What does Mom want Sammy to buy from the market? Mom, could you get some things from the market? Sammy, all right, Mom, I'll make a list. Mom, we need some ground meat. We don't have any, and I want to make some kebabs. Sammy, how much meat should we get? Mom, a kilo, please. Get a large tray. Sammy, there aren't any tomatoes either. Perhaps we should get some. Mom, yes, get a bag about 2 kilos. Sammy, is there any tomato paste? Mom, no, there isn't. Get a large can. And we also need a large bottle of cooking oil. Now, what does Mom want Sammy to buy? Think with me. Good. She needs some ground meat. She asked for 1 kilo, a large tray. What else? She needs some olive oil. And she asked for 1 large bottle of olive oil. Anything else? Yes, good. She needs some tomatoes. And she asked for 2 kilos. Is that all? No. She also needs tomato paste, and she asked for 1 large can. Good. Ground meat, olive oil, tomatoes, and tomato paste are all nouns. They are all nouns. But what are nouns? Nouns are words for people, places, and things. Doctor, teacher, and sisters are all words for people. Can you think of more nouns for people? Scientist, electrician, brother, names like Mary or Ahmed. Hospital, Asia, street are all nouns for places. Apples, books, and cats are all nouns for things. Nouns can be things you can't see. Nouns can be abstract, like freedom, information, friendship. قد تكون الأسماء لأشياء معنوية. حرية، معلومات، صداقة. Can you think of more abstract nouns? Good. News, advice, progress. Now look, 1 book, 2 tomatoes, 3 oranges, 3 carrots, 1 strawberry, 5 pens. As you see, some nouns can be easily counted. 1 pen, 4 fingers. We call them countable nouns. بعض الأشياء يمكن عدها بسهولة ونسميها الأسماء المعدودة. Juice, milk, tea, rice, stew, and strawberry jam. Can we count juice or milk? can we say 2 stews or 3 jams? It doesn't make sense. So some nouns cannot be counted. We call them uncountable nouns. بعض الأشياء لا يمكن عدها ونسميها الأسماء غير المعدودة. Now, let's make uncountable nouns countable. We can't count juice, but we can count glasses and bottles. We say a glass of orange juice, 2 bottles of orange juice. Meat is uncountable, but we can count pieces of meat. This is a piece of meat. We can't count sugar, but we can count kilos of sugar or packets of sugar. This is a kilo of sugar. A bar of chocolate. We can't count chocolate, but we can count bars of chocolate. This is a bar of chocolate. A jar of jam, many jars of jam. But can we count the jam in the jars? No, it's uncountable. This is a tub of ice cream, a bowl of stew, a can of tomato paste. Now, look at this picture. It is a carrot. There are 7 carrots. The noun carrot is countable. It is an apple. There are 3 apples. The word apple is also countable. So as you see, countable nouns can be singular and can also be plural. There is a carrot, there are carrots. The word carrot is singular. It is preceded by a carrot. The word carrots is plural. Look, it is followed by the plural is. There is a carrot, there are carrots. Let's have another example. It is an egg, they are eggs. Singular, plural. The noun egg is singular. It is preceded by an. Why? It begins with a vowel, an egg. Eggs, the word eggs is plural. It is followed by the plural is. So, countable nouns can be singular and can also be plural. Now look at this table. Most nouns form their plural by adding s to the end of the word. So, we say a coat, coats, a school, schools, a carrot, carrots, girls, and days. Nouns that end with s, double s, x, ch, sh, and some nouns that end with o form their plural by adding es to the end of the word. A dress, dresses, a box, boxes, a dish, dishes, peaches, tomatoes. Words that end with y preceded by a consonant usually form their plural by changing the y into I, then we add es. So, a city, cities, a party, parties, babies, ladies, ceremonies. Most nouns that end with f usually form their plural by changing the f to v, then we add es. So we say, a wolf, wolves, a wife, wives, shelves, selves, and halves. This is a child, one child. The plural is children. So, some nouns have irregular plurals. Here is a list of some irregular plurals. Man, men, woman, women, child, children, foot, feet, tooth, teeth, mouse, mice. Now let's stop for a short break and then we will be back. Don't go away. Welcome back. There is tea in the cup. Tea is uncountable noun. Look carefully at the word tea. It is not preceded by a or an, and it is not followed by the plural s either. الأسماء غير المعدودة تأتي دائما على صيغة المفرد. لا يسبقها a أو an ولا يليها اس الجمع. Let's have another example. Look at the glass. It is full of juice. Can we say there are a lot of juice? No. Juice is uncountable. It always comes in the singular form. And look carefully. It is not preceded by a or an, and we can't say juices. Now it's time to practice. Correct the underlined mistakes. Let's look at number 1. There are a lot of salt in my plate. Can you correct are? And remember, salt is uncountable. So what is the correct answer? Great. Is, because uncountable nouns comes in singular form. Number 2. There are 7 days in a week. Can you correct the word day? Good. Days. There are 7 days in a week. Number 3. I ate egg this morning. Can you correct it? Great. I ate an egg this morning. Is countable? Number 4. We need some milks to make the cake. Some milks. Can you correct it? Good. Milk is uncountable. It is never followed by the plural s. Now look at this picture. There are some eggplants in the plate. The noun eggplants is countable. So we use some with countable nouns. There is some strawberry jam in the bowl. Jam is uncountable, and we can use some with uncountable nouns too. Look at the picture. Are there any grapes in the picture? Look carefully. No, there aren't any grapes in the picture. Look, this is a question, and this is a negative sentence. So we use any in questions, and we use it also in negative sentences with countable nouns. Look at the jug. Is there any water in the jug? There isn't any water in the jug. Water is uncountable noun. We use any with uncountable nouns in questions and also in negative sentences. Is there any money in the wallet? And remember, money is an uncountable noun. There isn't any money in the wallet. So we use any with countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Let's review what we have learned so far. We use some in affirmative sentences with countable nouns and uncountable nouns. نستخدم some مع الأسماء المعدودة والأسماء غير المعدودة إذا كانت الجملة مثبتة. We use any in negative sentences and in questions with countable and uncountable nouns. نستخدم any مع المعدود وغير المعدود في حالة السؤال وفي حالة الجملة المنفية. Now let's practice. Let's choose some or any. I usually add lemon juice on the salad. Some or any? Good. Some. Next one. This dish needs more spices. Any more spices or some more spices? It is not a question. and the sentence is affirmative. So what is the answer? Good, some. Number 3, I'm so thirsty, but there isn't some or any water in the bottle. Any. And here it makes no difference, countable or uncountable, because you use any for both in negative sentences and in questions. Now look at this. How many bananas are there? There are 3 bananas. So we use how many to ask about the number of countable nouns. How much sugar do you need? I need a little, not much. We can't use how many here. We use how much to ask about quantities of uncountable nouns. So we use how many to ask about the number of countable nouns. We use how much to ask about the quantities of uncountable nouns. Now let's practice. Choose how many or how much. Number 1, how many children are there in the class? Or how much children are there in the class? Good. How many? Children, the word children is countable. Number 2, how many money do you need? Or how much money do you need? Great. How much money do you need? Because money is uncountable noun. Now look at this picture. There are a lot of cars in the street. A lot of cars. Cars, the word cars is countable. We use a lot of with countable nouns. Look at this boy. He says, I have a lot of homework. The word homework is uncountable. So we use a lot of with countable nouns and also with uncountable nouns. Look at this picture. There aren't many birds on the tree, just 3. Birds, the word birds is countable. And look at this picture. These are a few flowers, not many. Flowers, this word is countable. So we use a few with countable nouns. Look at this picture. You have a little coffee, not much. Do you want more? We use a little with uncountable nouns. Look at these glasses. There is a little juice in the glasses. Juice is uncountable noun. So let's review. We use not many and a few to describe small number of countable noun. We use not much and a little to describe a small quantity of an uncountable noun. إذن عزيزي الطالب نستخدم not many, a few للدلالة على عدد صغير من أسماء معدودة. ونستخدم not much و a little للدلالة على كمية صغيرة من شيء غير معدود. Now let's practice. Let's choose a little or a few. Number 1, teacher. Have you finished writing? Reem, not yet. I need a little more minutes, or I need a few more minutes. Minutes, the word minutes is countable. So what is the correct answer? Good. I need a few more minutes. Sally says, I also need a little more time or a few more time. Time is uncountable. So what is the correct answer? Good. She says, I also need a little more time. Do you have a few minutes? I'd like to ask you a little questions or a few questions. We can count questions. So what is the right answer? Good. A few questions. I need a little more information or a few more information? Can we count information? No. So what is the right answer? I need a little more information. Now let's review what we have learned so far. Countable nouns and uncountable nouns. We use some with countable nouns. We use it also with uncountable nouns. نستخدم some مع الأسماء المعدودة ونستخدمها أيضا مع الأسماء غير المعدودة. Annie. We use it with countable nouns and also with uncountable nouns when in questions and also with negative sentences. نستخدم أني مع كل من المعدود وغير المعدود في حالة السؤال وفي حالة الجملة المنفية. We use a lot of with countable nouns and also with uncountable nouns. تستخدم a lot of مع كل من الأسماء المعدودة وغير المعدودة. To ask about countable nouns, we use how many. But to ask about uncountable nouns, we use how much. للسؤال عن الأسماء المعدودة نستخدم how many. وللسؤال عن الأسماء غير المعدودة نستخدم how much. We use not many with countable nouns, but we use not much with uncountable nouns. We use a few with countable nouns and a little with uncountable nouns. And remember, countable nouns can be singular and can also be plural. There is a pen, there are pens. But uncountable nouns come always in singular form. Now it's time to practice. Choose the correct answer. That is very sweet. I think you have bought too many, too much, too a few sugar. What is the correct answer? Sugar is uncountable. Great. The tea is very sweet. I think you have bought too much sugar. We use much with uncountable nouns. How many or how much oil do you need for the cake? Oil is uncountable. So what is the answer? Good. How much oil do you need for the cake? Number 3. I don't have many friends, just a little, just a few, or just any. What is the right answer? Good. I don't have many friends, just a few, because we can count friends. Number 4. There are any, some, a little trees in our garden. Can we count trees? Of course we can. So what is the right answer? There are some trees in our garden. Next one. I have to go to the post office. I have a few, a little, or any letters to mail. We can count letters. So what is the right answer? Great. I have to go to the post office. I have a few letters to mail. The last one. Let me give you some advice. Any advice? A few advice. We can't count advice. It is uncountable. And we can't use any because the sentence is not a question and it is not negative either. So what is the correct answer? Good. Let me give you some advice. Now let's move to another activity. Do as shown between brackets. I don't have any books in my bag. Use some. Remember, we use some with affirmative sentences. نستخدم some مع الجمل المثبتة وهذه جملة منفية. إذن, I have some books in my bag. We can't use some with negative sentences. Next one. She can speak 4 languages. Can you make a question? Can we count languages? Yes. What do we use to ask about the number of languages? How many languages can she speak? We use how many to ask about the number of countable nouns. Now the last activity, it is odd one out. We have music, news, furniture, and volcano. Which is the odd one out and why? Did you get it? Yes, volcano. Why? It is the only word that is countable. We can say a volcano, volcanoes. Music, news, and furniture cannot be counted. Next one. Information, office, onion, and dress. Which is the odd one out? Good. Information. It is uncountable and all the others are countable nouns. Office, offices. Onion, onions. Dress, dresses. But we can't count information. Next one. We have woman, piece, mouse, and child. Which is the odd one out? Good. Good. Piece. Piece has a regular plural. A piece, pieces. But all the others have irregular plurals. A woman, women. A mouse, mice. A child, children. That's all for today. We've learned a lot about countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Thanks for watching and goodbye.